In this session, we will discuss about practical approach. So let us see the first practical. You might have the same practical in your login, like you may have this program, Hello World program. Just click on that. It might get slow. Anyway, just click on that. You may able to basically run it. In your case, you might not have this kind of description, but instead of that, you might have the definition of that. That is the write a source code to print hello world on the screen, right? And test cases like output is hello world. Now you need to understand one thing very carefully. Here the test case is hello world means you need to write a code in a way that it must print the same, like hello world only. Don't use your own name, one thing. Second, don't try to print something else. Third, don't try to print h as a small and w as a small, as this is asked by the programmer. So hello world where h and w both are capital, right? You may have one more tab over here, that is edit. Just click on that. Once you click on edit, you may able to write, or it may allows you, or it may ask you for a new file name. So you need to remember that as this is a C programming, you need to write file name with whatever the file name you want. You can write it. Dot C is must. Dot C is must. Don't put a space between file name and dot. So here I have taken test.c. This is the file name, and we try to run this code. So as I already write this code, and you may also have this kind of code. Sorry, you may also write the code at your end, and you are able to understand this icon. So this is the icon. We can say that for running purpose, you can press Ctrl F11 also for run the code. Right, it will display the output hello world, so it's fine. Okay. Second, this might be not shown in your code, because in this particular practical I don't allow you to debug the code. So Alt F9 may not work, or this icon may not be there in your screen. Fine, so don't worry about, as this is not required right now for hello world. This is the third step, that is evaluate. Shift F11. You need to remember this one, because once you understand, yes, this is the correct code as I asked, then you need to click over here, evaluate. Once you click over here, the code will be submitted to me for evaluation purpose, as well as like for the hello world, I defined the test case also. Yes, this kind of error may possible, so don't worry about, just click it again. Like memory overloading or such kind of errors may be possible, so don't worry about. But you might see this kind of output summary of a test: one test run, one test pass. See, I have defined the test case for the same, and thus only one test case I have defined, so thus it shows that one test case run and one test case pass. If I have defined more than one test case, all will be verified with this code. So as the code may generate the correct result, so one and one over here, otherwise one test run and zero test pass. It may be like that. Then in case of execution, yes, here it shows that like no error, as this is basically for printing purpose only, so there is nothing more in execution, and the code may graded with grade 10. as I have defined that the marks of this is 10, and this is the actually the definition, so that is already there. Fine. So that was the code about hello world. Let us understand the same utility with the help of the second one, arithmetic operation. Again, in case of edit, see, this kind of code might not be with you right now, so don't feel that yes sir, we don't have a code. Okay, don't think like that. But this is the program for arithmetic calculator. This is again very much simpler program, I can say that, where we have defined that four variable, and out of this four, three are integer and one is a float, as number one, number two, operations, and answer. See, basically we would like to create a program for addition, multiplication, right, division, and subtraction. This is my uh, actual program, right? I have scanned number one, number two, and operator also. Okay, then number one and number two, I have make the menu like select operations, one for addition, two for multiplication, three for division, four for subtraction. So that would be the operation I am trying to scan from the user. So user may reply with value 10, 20, and operation is a 2. That means they would like to do the multiplication, as 2 is for multiplication. So 10 and 20, 10 into 20, answer is 200. So answer, so here, from here, switch is that. Now for you, what is switch? So it's yet pending. We will discuss in the next lecture. So don't worry about. But right now, just try to understand. Switch is nothing but whatever you are passing over here, like 1, 2, 3, 4. So it may automatically switch to that particular case. As we have passed 2 over here, it may switch to the case number 2, right? Where answer is equal to number 1 into number 2. So what is the value of number 1? That is 10, and value of number 2, that is 20. And once we get the answer, break it. Break is also required, and it is still pending. We will discuss in the next lecture, so in detail. But with the help of break statement, we may come out from the switch, and this particular statement will be executed. Here percentage, as we have discussed, percentage WD, this is percentage dot 0f, means I want answer in full digit only. I don't want answer after a fraction. And you might think that if we don't want answer in a fraction, then why should we go for a float over here? We might think about integer only. But the problem is, whenever we go for the division, right, it may create a problem, because 10 divided by 20, the answer is 0.5, and it may create a problem. Of course, in this case also, we might not get the answer 0.5. So let us see the output of the same. Suppose we enter the value 10, 20, and multiplication. So answer is 200, right? And let us execute again. And suppose we enter 10, 20, and for a division, if we enter 3, see, we get answer 0. The reason is only both of these two are integer. So by default, we may have answer 10 divided by 20, that is a 0 always, because it will truncate the precision, truncate the digit after precisions. That means the answer is not 0.5 over here, answer is 0. Suppose we would like to have answer in number, then we should write float over here. Either of this, either we need to convert this number 1 to float, or we need to convert this number 2 to float, so that now before operating or before operations, we can say that it may convert explicitly number 1 to the float. Also, once number 1 is a float, number 2 will be implicitly converted from integer to float. Now once you write the code, you need to save it, then after it will allows us to execute the code. Still answer is 0. Now where is the problem? Problem is over here. Suppose we put 0 point, sorry, so now the answer is 0.5. See, so this is what we are looking for. How can we format the input and output? That is also possible. And how can we deal with integer and float kind of a variable? That is also possible, right? So this is the second code we have discussed. Now, area of a triangle. I suggest just try to execute this kind of code at your end, and you need to submit. Yes, one more thing. Whatever the number of time you are trying to submit the code, every those time this will see. Yes, you might see the screen like that. See, yet the code is not completed over here. So it may ask me for file name. I have put area.c. So now file is ready, and I can type like has include stdio.h. Yes, one more thing, we are looking for GCC, or we are using GCC over here. So we need to work with integer main instead of a void main, as this is not a turbo C. So void main may return with a warning. So better choice is work with a integer main and use the return 0 statement at the end of a code. Yes, this is for what is actually definition for this. Then write a program to find area of a triangle. What is the equation for that? That is a is equal to 1 by 2 bh. So of course we need to define the variable integer b, integer h. All right, and yes, that may be the possibility of the answer in form of a floating number. So float a is required. Now, of course, we cannot use CLR SCR over here, as conio.h header file may not be supported by GCC. Okay, so now printf enter value of b. Okay. Scanf percentage b ampersand b printf value of h b ampersand h. We have scanned the value for b and h both. Now we would like to evaluate or execute, sorry, calculate the variable a. So a is equal to 0.5 into b, and just print the area of a triangle. Area and in a previous example we have seen that we are using dot 1 over here before percentage f. Now here we are using percentage f directly. Let's see what is the output of this. See, this is the output. After a 3 we have a 6 times 0. Okay, so it may be possible to restrict or set the formatted output, like we want 2-digit uh, after precision. So let's put dot 2. $4.50, right? So fine. Did you get it? How actually this will work? Now your work is you need to submit this all, because all of this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 may have certain deadlines. You need to submit it before 31st of May. So submit your code, and I don't remember exactly, but it might be restricted that you cannot do the copy paste. So I don't remember I don't remember that whether the restriction is applied for each and every program, but believe me, you need to write it by yourself, and that is required. So also I put one QA session below here, so you can just write your question also. If you find any kind of difficulties to execute this code, you can basically raise your question, right? So now, yes, so any question related this?